What's going on, y'all? I'm hearing people want to secede. Like, what is this, bruh? But let's look at some of the news that's going on today. First of all, we got to address this Rosie O'Donnell situation. Let's let her talk and let's see what's going on.
You got to get ready for what's coming. But trying to stay on the happy side of life and not, obsess on that either. But it's hard to avoid it when it's so blatantly obvious when you look at the parallels that we have been here before as a world. When democracy falls, fascism takes its place, right? Capitalism. And it's come.
She is funny, bro. What is you talking about, Rosie O'Donnell? Let's see what my girl Rita is saying. Shout out to Rita.
And I regret to inform you that the celebrities are at it again. These out-of-touch simpletons want to lecture you about politics. Even the ones who not long ago pledged to not endorse the Democrats are suddenly feeling compelled to tell us why Americans should vote for a thoroughly inept, inauthentic and frankly idiotic candidate in Kamala Harris. Here's rapper Cardi B, she is a superstar, saying not too long ago she was done with political endorsements.
I'm not endorsing no presidents no more, because we could fund two wars. Talking about we don't got it, but we got it. Like, we're the greatest nation.
Yeah, I was just in the spaces with her a few days ago. Shout out to Cardi B. I didn't talk though. Like, people wondering if I was talking. I was like right next to her. I didn't talk. I didn't like get the mic or nothing like that. I didn't want to talk to her. I was just listening. But Cardi, man, this is the one thing that people don't really like from you. Like your stances. It's like 1 minute you're against something, then another minute you for it. So people, this is why I'm just saying people are having a problem with you right now, Cardi.
No, we're not. We're going through some right now.
Well, yes, the Democrats heard that eloquence and said, we need her endorsing Kamala at a rally. And that happened earlier today, only there was a little mishap with Cardi B's teleprompter, so we got this instead.
1 second, guys, 1 second.
Yo, Cardi, you look crazy.
Okay, so I don't take lightly the call. Sorry, guys, I'm a little nervous. Guys. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here.
Dear. Yes, it was a disaster until someone ran on stage with a mobile phone with the words she was supposed to read out. That performance was about as authentic as Kamala. These celebs care so little and know so little that they can't even formulate a sentence about why they are endorsing Kamala. And when she eventually did get that phone, the speech Cardi B gave was full of incoherent nonsense. Again, just like Kamala.
Trump says he's going to protect women whether they like it or not. Well, if his definition of
She is all over the place, y'all.
protection is not the freedom of choice.
The question has to be asked, why do...
Yo, Rita is funny, bro. Like, hold on.
If his definition of protection is not the freedom of choice.
The question has to be asked, why do the Dems so desperately want the endorsement of a Cardi B, a woman who bragged about drugging and robbing men? Yes, that's really a BBC article about her drugging and robbing men during her days as a stripper. That is the star that the Democrats were desperate to have on board.
Crazy. All right, let's see this. Hold on. I do want to keep that up.
6 states are set to eliminate the sale of new gas and diesel-powered RVs, recreational vehicles. And
October. So basically, because of what the laws say in these 6 states, you have to, as an RV seller, sell between 5 states also get impacted.
That's ridiculous, but I'm going to move on. Jason, rural counties in California and in Illinois, too, as well, they're pushing to secede. They want to separate from the liberal-run cities because of Trump's win. We've heard this before. What are the chances that secession could actually occur?
Wow.
None. It's not going to happen. In the Pacific Northwest, we deal with this every single year. You have Eastern Washington and the east side of Oregon. They want to do their own thing and connect with Idaho. It generally gets a lot of buzz, but it doesn't have the support. And the likelihood, because of how difficult it is to actually see, it's just not going to happen. Instead, what I wish would happen, because this is happening in very, very blue states. I wish the leaders would simply pay attention. I wish the leaders would say, okay, there's a clear disconnect between rural America and our urban cities. Can we not come to some sort of consensus on the best way to move forward so all sides feel heard?
Interesting.
And people, I think, are in for a shock. You know? That's what I think. Hold, please, so I can get out of this. Hold, please. Okay, there you go. It's shaked it off, or shook it off. Shake it off, or just shake it off. Are you watching the John Benet Ramsey doc?
All right, guys, so we got to react to another Trump deranged actress who is speaking out because she is upset that Kamala Harris lost the election. Now, it's been about 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks since the election, and these individuals are still raging, still boo-hoo-wide and cry about Kamala Harris losing. And one of the things that these people are really upset about is the fact that non-white men didn't fall in line, particularly Latino men, okay? We've already talked about how they low-key support mass deportations, the left, they low-key support mass deportations for Latino men that voted for Trump, right? They want you to be deported if you voted for Trump. And they also don't like black men that voted for Trump either, okay? I believe about 77% of black men voted for Trump, which is, I think, pretty decent. I wish it was more. It honestly should be at least, I don't know, 60, 70, 80, 90% of black men voting for Trump because...
Yo, how many people in here? So YouTube is saying like there's an issue like with their number count. I don't know. Allegedly, that's what's going on. What do y'all, how many of y'all in here?
Regardless of your race, as a man, I'm not entirely sure why any dude with normal testosterone levels and that is straight would vote for Kamala Harris, right? I don't really understand it. I don't get it. But, you know, hey, there are just things that we just don't understand about this world, and that is one of them. The men that voted for Kamala Harris. But anyways, this woman right here, Jennifer Lewis, who is extremely Trump deranged, she's going to lose her mind in this insane, unhinged rant over Trump winning, beating Kamala Harris, and it really shows you how we need to lay some people on couches in this country
Cassandra?
Because they're suffering, right? They're suffering mental breakdowns over the fact that Kamala Harris lost and that Trump is their president.
What's up, Fred?
Again, so without further ado, let's get into it.
Let me ask you this. What about what they've said in terms of black, particularly black men and Latinos, supported him?
Yeah, because you got like major news networks. It said like 7 people watching. I'm like, there's no way. Like these major news networks are saying like no, and then I see people like some people complaining on Twitter. So I don't know what's going on. Sometimes they have issues. Maybe they fixed it already. I don't know.
More than they have in the past. Why do you think that is? And what do you have to say to black men and Latinos who were not in favor of supporting Kamala Harris?
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. When your favorite niece and your 13-year-old daughter is raped by your alcoholic brother.
What?
Or the next
What's up with these people, bro? Like, what is up?
door neighbor. And she tries to abort that baby inside of her from a rape, you're going to regret that. They want to...
First and foremost, that doesn't happen. Only 1% of women get abortions due to rape, and 0.5% of women...
Shout out to y'all for telling me what the numbers are saying. Appreciate y'all. On my end, it's like 1. It says 1. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like this program or whatever.
Get abortions due to...
What's up,
incest,
Joker Dan?
Right? I love how the left, they keep bringing up these extreme situations that rarely happen. And then on top of that, a vast majority of the GOP abortion laws, they allow exceptions, right, for rape and incest, okay, those type of things that this woman.
And we played videos over and over again of Trump saying he allows exceptions. He believes in exceptions. So the liberals, I think, are just very, these people get like super rich and they just feel like, like they just know everything. Like some of these people don't even do like research on what's going on. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, how many times do we have to see videos of Trump saying, I believe in exceptions? How many times? Do it. Y'all want me to play another video of him saying that? Like, there is so many videos of him saying that. Hold on. I'm going to go to the one that I've seen.
Total source.
He says it's a lot, bro. Like, she is ridiculous. Shout out to Rita. I love me some Rita. She is so cool.
Total sources.
We don't do it again. Hold on.
He's going to take away abortion rights.
He and his allies would limit access to birth control, ban medication abortion, and enact a nationwide abortion ban with or without Congress.
Okay, let's see what Trump has said himself. What did he say?
You wouldn't support a national ban?
No, I wouldn't support a national ban. No, I would not.
He says he will not support a national ban on abortion. He said that multiple times. Let's see his stances on exceptions, because everyone's like he's going to ban it in totality. Let's see what he has to say about that.
But I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important.
He said it.
So nothing that she's saying is valid. The misinformation of some of these celebrities is uncanny.
Is fear mongering about again. So I mean, stuff like this, man. It's just like it's old. It really is. Like this is old. Okay, I wish they would come up with something new. Okay, I wish they were creative in their fear mongering. But this is just hyperbolic nonsense.
To keep women in their place. It's so disgusting. I can't even put words to them voting for her. They didn't vote for her. Didn't vote because she was a woman. They didn't.
That's not what it was. Like I feel like it's anti-man in America. That's why I feel like that's why I didn't vote for her. Like that party is like identity politics. I'm tired of it, and it seems like everything a man did, like y'all, the people that were super supportive of Kamala Harris, like The View, it felt like they were like anti-man. Every time I seen her on one of these like different, podcasts or whatever she was doing or around like these people, she's like embracing the people that seem to be anti-man. Like, so I ain't want to know, bro. I'm not about to be voting for her, bro. It is what it is.
I didn't care that she was smart and powerful, educated.
How did you feel like she was smart, powerful, and educated? Yeah, she is the vice president. Like, so she can vote, like have the deciding vote, like if the Senate is split or whatever. But like, where did you get the smart? And I'm not saying that she's not smart, right? Because to be a lawyer, pass the bar, all of that, like she was smart. She's just not presidential. She didn't have the experience. You're going up against somebody that's already done it. You know what I mean? Like, so like why would somebody pick somebody inexperienced over somebody that is experienced in office like that? Just because she's a vice president, she's not privy to everything that the president of the United States is privy to. Like, I'm sure there's things that may not like fall under her classification. You know what I mean? Like things, this is classified, that is classified. Only the president can see that. Like, it's tons of stuff like that she may not be aware of. So what are you talking about? Like, Trump already ran the country. He's trying to seek peace, like with different like people who are at war now. Like, don't nobody like, bro, ain't nobody trying to continue on with this war. Like, you wanted us to vote for the party that is for war right now. Like, they're not saying, like, the Democrat Party is not saying, like, oh, we are for war, right? They're not saying that. But when you're giving Ukraine the ability to launch long-range missiles at Russia, and you doing things like continuing to give them, like, billions and billions and billions of dollars, it's like people are looking like, yo, y'all not really trying to stop this. Like, what are we doing? We want more of this. We see the borders are opening. She ain't really doing nothing about it. Like, her own party is questioning her. Anderson Cooper is questioning her in a town hall meeting about that. You know, like it just, like these people right here, like her, like this type of like black person, she's just like another one. Like she don't care what you stand for. You just got to be black. It's ridiculous, bro. And then it'd be women like her, like this particular type of woman. You know what I mean? Like not all black women are like that. Not all black people are like that. But this particular woman will sit around and bully people like around her into like voting her. You know what I mean? Doing what she want them to do. Like, nah, bro. Like, you crazy. Ain't nobody. It wasn't about her. This lady, bro. She get on my nerves, man.
Beautiful, kind, joyful, fearless. She would have taken care of this country.
Fearless. This is why she refused to do interviews.
Yeah, what do you mean, like, fearless? She ain't want to go on the Joe Rogan podcast. She didn't want to, like, the only reason, listen, lady, the only reason why she went on a Brett Baer, like, to do the interview with him on Fox News is because she was looking bad in the polls. She had no choice but to do the Brett Baer interview. Even like the Young Turks was acknowledging that she was losing in the polls and was concerned for her presidential run. So with her own party, like being nervous about what's going on, she had no choice but to do the Brett Baer interview. I'm sure that she probably, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was giving the questions in advance. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. I don't think Fox News will play like that. You know, but for her to even do it, I don't know, bro. Like, she didn't really answer no questions now to think about it when she was talking to Brett Baer. She just blamed Trump for everything. They're probably like, yo, get up there and just blame Trump. Anything, if you don't know the answer for it, blame Trump. And it seemed like that's all she did when she was up there.
At the beginning of her campaign, right? This is why she didn't want to go on Joe Rogan. Okay, fearless. Okay, that is not the adjective that I would use to describe Kamala Harris. Okay, that's one of the last adjectives that I would use to describe her.
She would have protected the people. She would have surrounded herself with great minds.
Yeah, like her.
What are you talking about? She would have surrounded herself with great minds. Like who? Who was going to be her cabinet picks? Lady, do you not understand what ended up happening under the Biden-Harris administration? Did you not see people struggling right now? Do you not see it's more difficult to buy a house right now? With interest rates being as high as they are, do you not see like property values like crazy right now? Did you not see when people, even they had 800 credit scores, they went to try to buy a car, interest rates are really high. You not see that? You not see the food costs of what's going on? Like, not everybody can just get into a movie like you and make wild money and just chill for like 10 years. Like, everybody's not in a situation like that. Some people are fortunate like you, some people are not. You know, like, and then they hiring like 80-something thousand IRS agents to come after regular Americans. What is you like? So what people was she gonna hire that was gonna change anything? She literally went on The View and was asked if there's something different that she would do other than President Joe Biden. She said, it's nothing that I can think of. She was more of the same, and people understood what she was. She was being controlled, bro. Like she is the status quo. Who was she gonna have around her that was gonna show everybody, oh, we're gonna have as Americans, this is a liberating experience, and we know that she's gonna have some good sound minds around her. She's being controlled this entire campaign. She don't be knowing what's going on. That's why she's saying the same rhetoric over and over again.
Campaign team, right? The same team that spent over $1.5 billion and ended up $20 million in that. Yeah, she was surrounded by a great team, right? The great team that told her it was a good idea to come out here and just repeat the same talking points over and over and over when it comes to answering questions, right? The same team that did not tell Kamala Harris that, hey, you might want to differentiate. Why is it that you are different than Joe Biden?
On the Biden question.
If I was her, right, I would have been focusing on policy. All right, so this is what we've been trying to do. It took so many years for this to like work, you know what I mean? And like this is what we implemented in the next presidential, presidency. You will end up seeing some of these things that we move towards doing, like, aiding or helping America. She could have did that. Maybe she should have focused on the price of food and saying like, oh, we're trying to stop price gouging. Maybe she should have did that. I mean, she had some policies. We ended up looking at both parties' policies of what she was going to do. You know what I mean? And like, I don't think she had, I think he was more, like forthcoming. Like his was just easier to understand. And then you got to understand this, you know, Kamala Harris, if you talking about, if she would have argued her policy, she would have looked crazy. Like, oh, well, I feel like Americans are being price gouged by food companies. And why didn't y'all do anything about that in the 4 years of y'all being in office? Because she literally had it on her website, the like policies, you know, and she wanted to go after those people that are hyperinflating like food costs. Why didn't you do it in 4 years? Why did you wait until the end of 4 years? And you talking about President Trump, are you talking about Trump was running off of problems and not solutions? This is literally what you're doing. Literally. And I can't, like, the people that ended up voting for her, like, you know, I think it's just identity politics. People don't even care. They're not informed. They're just going to and from work. They just may live in a liberal area. They're not paying attention. They may be listening to the Breakfast Club, CNN. They just catch, like, MSNBC, Joy Reid every once in a while. You know what I mean? But that's it. You know what I mean? Like, a sound person is not about to sit there and vote for her, bro.
And we, of course, got that everywhere we went. And we knew what the data was. We knew we had to show her as her own person and point to the future and not try to rehash the past. She also felt that she was part of the administration. And unless we said something like, well, I would have...
Yeah, Cliff Starr, I see you in the comments said Kamala was too busy calling Trump a fascist. These Democrats, bro. And then Nerd Boy said, Vice President doesn't control agenda and your political commentary actually no pop. Bro, like, what it...
The border completely differently. We were never going to satisfy anybody. We were trying to tell a story.
If you're the Vice President of the United States, shouldn't you be talking to the President of the United States like, hey, this is what we should do? Because she's saying she's in a situation room. She's in all these rooms and all these meetings. And she, you see what I'm saying? Like, she should be like saying something like, okay, this is what we doing. So you mean to tell me you want to just sit back and watch somebody destroy the country and you ain't got nothing to say? And you just along for the ride. Just to be like, to say, I'm Vice President. That's crazy, bro. And I think the Democrats, what they should have did, right? And no, people ain't gonna like my opinion on this. Instead of Joe Biden are trying to say, okay, Ukraine, y'all can launch long-range missiles into Russia. He should have been like, all right, I'm stepping down for real, right? And I'm going to let her be president up until inauguration. He should have did that. That would have looked better for the Democrats, right? First of all the marketing for Donald Trump's like products and stuff, saying he's going to be the 40 whatever president, like that would have been messed up, right? They could have do like, you know what I mean, a wrench into that. Then they would have introduced the first female president of the United States. That would have looked good for them. And then they can go into the next, you know what I'm saying, like campaign saying, oh, well, we've had the first female president of the United States. Right now, Trump can say, oh, well, I've put a lot of females in important positions that have never been in, like for females before. Like he could say that right now. He's doing it right now as we speak. You see what I'm saying? Like putting them in super powerful positions like females. So for all the people saying that he's anti-woman, it's very hard to argue that right now with Trump. But if I'm Biden, I would be like, all right, I'm stepping down. You've already been president for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like almost 4 years. Just let her do it. I'm glad he didn't do it. I'm just saying if I was him, I would have did it. I'm glad he didn't do it because this lady, she's like 20 million in debt. Like off of a campaign. She done raised $1.4 billion and she's in debt, 20 million. I don't want her running the country. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying if I was somebody that is, you know what I mean, like talking to the administration and advising the administration, what would be the best look moving forward? I'd be like, yo, let's put it in place where she can't really control, you know what I mean, how much money we're going to spend on different things, you know, but let her be president right now. It will look good for the females. It will be able to get the women that shaving their heads and acting wild, right? We're going to calm them down. We're going to give them something, and we're going to show, hey, you know, we for the Americas. You know, they could have did something like that, but like having Joe Biden literally cannot even debate Trump right now. He can't even do it. In the last debate, he had like a problem. And even Kamala Harris, she was asked about it, like, what do you think about his performance? And she's like, well, everybody has bad days. Yeah, he can't even, like, dude, just imagine now Joe Biden up there debating Donald Trump. Like, how that would have went. He can't even debate. You want this dude to be president? Y'all, that administration looks crazy right now. Very crazy.
And give the impression that she was different without pointing to a specific issue.
Can I ask this, why not a specific issue? Is it something she was unwilling to do? I mean, you weren't even feel disingenuous?
She felt like she was part of the administration, so why should she look back and cherry pick some things that she would have done differently when she was part of it? She had tremendous loyalty to...
Exactly. She can't even like cherry pick it like she part of the problem. Exactly. You right. Like, I like her. Who is that, bro? She right, bro.
President Biden. You've been on plenty of campaigns. Imagine if we said, well, we would have taken this approach on the border. Imagine the round of stories coming out after that of people saying, well, she never said that in a meeting, or what meeting when she said this, or I remember when she did that. And it wasn't going to give us what we needed because it wouldn't be a clean break. It would be, you know, days upon days in a limited time window that we had of dealing of who, what, when, where. So the best we could do, and the most that she felt comfortable with, was saying, like, look, vice presidents never break with their presidents. The only time in recent memory is when Pence broke with Trump after Trump stormed the Capitol.
They call that the murder exemption.
She said after Trump stormed the Capitol. Like, this lady is crazy. She is a loony bin, bro. Like, that lady is lost her mind. What is she talking about?
Well, after raising more than $1.5 billion during her failed election campaign and ending up with $20 million in debt, it seems Kamala Harris is desperate for more cash because the vice president is still reportedly pumping Democrat donors for money weeks after the election loss. Joining us now is journalist, writer and co-founder of...
Shout out to Noah, member on this channel, said the saddest thing about Kamala's campaign was the fact that when someone would ask her what she would do for the country, the first thing she would say was something about Trump instead of her policy. And she would also say, I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood. Those are her go-tos. Like, you know, it's only so long Americans are going to be like, all right, I'm from America. I'm in America. I'm riding for America. If anything goes down, anybody attacks this country, I'm riding for America, right? I'm going down with America. But what a lot of these people, like, if you play video games and stuff, they be talking crazy about Americans. Like, oh, Americans, y'all be fighting against y'all own interests. They're right, bro. I was just arguing with my girl about it. We weren't arguing, but we was talking about that. And I was like, yo, the sad part is that a lot of the criticisms that we get about being American is true. Like, when I be arguing with these people, like different video games and stuff like that, you know, like how they view us, a lot of it is true. Like, I'm like, think about this. Like, we're literally, like, I didn't say this to her, but y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Think about this. We just went through high interest rates, high gas prices. People are complaining about the cost of housing is too much. This literally happened in the past 4 years, multiple years, right? Multiple years. And people still want to vote for them. They're hiring 80-something thousand IRS agents. You think they hired to go after the rich? I'm just saying. And people are like, they're literally opening up the borders, literally. You want to vote for them? Even Canada, like Trudeau said like, yo, we got to stop the flooding of immigrants coming in here. Like, even he's like saying that, like going into Canada. And she didn't want to do anything about it until the pressure got on and people started being woke about what's going on, like with the borders, and seeing that, you know, like Newsom and people like wanted like the states that don't really require like voter ID or don't want voter ID, they don't want illegals to leave. Like, people are seeing that, and you want to vote for these people? Like, how is Newsom even in, like, how is he the governor? Like, how is he even in, like, what is y'all, like, that's why, like, when these people from different countries be talking crazy, it's like, you know, I don't like it, you know, but they be right about a lot of things, bro.
Colombo, Brad, good to see you. Look, either the Democrats have no idea how to manage money or can't read the room. I suspect both at this point. But how bad of a look is this?
It's pathetic and insulting. I mean, you blew $1 billion, including on celebrity endorsements and building 6-figure podcast sets to be built up for an hour interview and then torn down.
That is insane, bro.
And yet, And yet you have the audacity come to hardworking Americans who can barely afford to buy groceries, many of them, because in part due to the Biden-Harris administration's policies.
Exactly. What, bro? This is like Australia news, and they see it. The people in our own, like, bro, like, and I get it, bro. Like, I was raised in Cleveland, Ohio. The news was controlled by, like, Ohio is a red state, but the news in Cleveland, Ohio was liberal, man. I understand you can be in an area and they don't want you to see this stuff. And sometimes you don't know unless you leave and you move into another area. Like, I feel like I got the best of both worlds. You see what I'm saying? Like, I seen, like, how the liberal, like, communities think, and now I'm in Nashville. I see how the Republicans think. I see how each place, like, operates. And I feel like the Republicans, like, operate they states and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or cities, like, that are, like, you know what I mean, Republican or whatever. I like how they move. Better, in my opinion. Noah said, I'm for immigration and getting out of a bad situation. Me too. Said, but do it legally and do not give them better benefits than the people here. Exactly. And then you got to think about this, Noah. The crazy part about all of this, like Eric Adams, like they was giving illegal immigrants $350 a week for food, bro. We got to work. They giving them $1,400 in vouchers for food a month in New York. That's crazy. You don't think like regular Americans that live in New York could benefit from some, like even half of that, even a quarter of that? They're paying these high prices for rent out there. Like that could help them. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the government, bro, they gonna have to do something to put people in check because a lot of trust is out the window. With a lot of them, we don't be trusting a lot of what they be saying, like, because their actions are proven they're not, like, riding with us on a lot of things, bro. That's what the actions be showing me.
And say, give us more money. We squandered it all. Now we're millions in debt. They should hang their heads in.
And then DJ Barnes is a subscriber and said, my house went up 2.5 times what I paid for it, and so did my taxes. But if I sold, I couldn't afford a new one. Do not make sense. Exactly. So I bought my house, right, for $217,000, right? I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. It's in a nice neighborhood. I had to rehab it, right? So, and it's not because of the rehab that I've done to it. You know, I had a hot tub, did all this stuff to it, right? So I bought it for $217. Right now, let me just be all the way. Hold on. See what I can sell it for. Let me see exactly what I can sell it for, right? So I bought it for $217, right? And this is just Zillow, right? Zillow is saying I could sell it for $376. And I haven't had this house like that long. I bought it under Trump, you know what I'm saying? So whatever. But $376 is what I can sell it for. You know what I mean? But a lot of companies have been trying to buy the house, right? Like recently, a lot of them. So I can basically, because a house down the street from me sold, like not even that, it's like a few doors down from me, sold for like almost $500,000. So that's because they just buying up everything, you see what I'm saying, and like tearing down your house and like building like two houses on it. That's what they doing. Or they buying up a whole bunch of houses in one spot and building apartment complexes. So that's low key what a lot is going on. But like if I was to sell my house, bro, like, yeah, I gotta pay taxes first of all. Then I'll have a pocket full of money to buy a house. But the problem, like, because I was looking for a second house, right, for a rental. And I would bid $10,000 over asking price for these houses, right? In Dixon, Tennessee, like Nashville, I would $10,000 over asking, right? And I would always lose the house. And I'm like, why am I even losing the house? I'm not even telling them to do anything to the house. Well, I mean, that's a lie. It was like a couple houses. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This spot on the roof looked crazy. You know what I mean? This, you know what I mean? Like little thing like the HVAC wasn't working. I'm like, you know, I'm not about to buy no house with no HVAC not working. You see what I'm saying? So it's like little things. But the companies, what they would do is they would come in and offer them full price, not over asking, offer them full price, but they didn't have to fix anything. and they get their money right away. So they don't have to wait 30 days for a closing cost. I'm sorry, the closing for 30 days on a conventional loan, they don't have to wait. So if you are selling the house, you're like, yo, I want my money tomorrow. You know what I mean? Or like, in a week, you're going to go with the company. You might not like take the 10,000 over because, hey, there's a risk that the buyer can pull out. Then you got to think, I might end up putting money into fixing something that's going on with the house, and then the buyer could pull out. You see what I'm saying? So I'll just go ahead and sell it to the company when I don't have to worry about nothing and just get what I'm asking for the house. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a mind game or whatever that's going on, but that's what's happening in Nashville. So people in Nashville, Tennessee are complaining that they can't buy houses. So yeah, our houses are going up in value. Like, I made a decision to myself, bro. I'm not selling my house until I'm retired. You know what I mean? Like in a nursing home or something. You know what I mean? That's when I would probably get rid of my house or rent it out. Like, other than that, I'm not selling, because first of all, you only got so much time in life. You know what I mean? What you gonna do, like a 15 or a 30-year mortgage? I'm not about to start over with no 30-year mortgage, bro. I'm like 40 years old. I'm not doing that. So 40, 50, 60, I'll be 70 by the time another house is paid off. Like, no, I'm not doing that. But I'll be paying, like, you know what I'm saying, like an extra payment a year or whatever. So like 22 years or whatever to be paid off. But I ain't about to keep doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's going on. Somebody said, yeah, I believe I'm on SSI, lived in the U.S. my whole life, and immigrants get more. Michael Aguilar said, nerd boy, the president does not control interest rates. That is directly from the Fed. You got to be kidding. All right, bro. I'm gonna show you something, bro. Let me see if I can show you something. Kamala Harris was the deciding vote with interest rates. She was the deciding vote. Hold on. Where is this? The dude was like a congressman. He was the head of the budget committee. She was the deciding vote, which actually caused inflation. So it's a lot of people like you in the comment section saying like, oh, well, she has nothing to do with interest rates, and she has no, like, bro, she did. she was directly involved in what happened with interest rates going up. So yes, the Fed generally, they do what they want to do. You know what I mean? But her vote, it was on the Breakfast Club. The guy ended up talking about it. Let me see if I can find it. I tweet so much. I need to stop tweeting, y'all. Like, that's my problem, man. But I really do want to find this video, because it'd be people like him, like, keep saying that, bro. And she was directly involved in it. Or I might have to look it up on YouTube, man. If I can't find it now, I'm gonna look it up on YouTube in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up on YouTube.
I can't even tell you the name of Cardi.
Hold on, not this one. Hold on.
Shame, but also
let me look it up.
Any American, I mean, they send these fundraising emails because they work, right? And any American who is actually still giving these people money needs to get their head checked, because you could be sending malaria nets to Africa, you could be feeding the homeless, but instead you're giving Kamala Harris more money. At this point, so people, their capacity for stupidity sometimes does amaze me, honestly.
Hey, Brad, Hollywood star George Clooney is reportedly furious that Barack Obama used him to force President Joe Biden out of the US election. Clooney's newspaper article calling for Biden to stand aside for Kamala Harris was widely credited for changing the course of the election.
Most law enforcement
you took
has
a
about
big swing, and thank God you hit that ball out, because
Are we bragging? Are members being
badly. Well, listen, I don't know. I mean, it seems to be going pretty well right now, but.
Eating dogs.
Yeah, well, it did go badly for the Democrats. Kamala Harris, of course, was trounced in the polls, but Brad Clooney is now complaining that Obama, who sort of manipulated him into doing the dirty work on his behalf, has now left him to take most of the blame for the election loss.
Yeah, I mean, that take aged like milk. Obviously, we don't know how Biden would have done, but it is kind of hard to imagine he could have done that much worse than Kamala Harris. I mean, this is
Let me see. Hold on. It's one of these.
Most law enforcement has about 40 million or more in count.
No, that ain't the one. Hold up. But this dude was talking to
historic loss. It is kind of sad in a sense that Obama and other members of the Democratic elite didn't have the courage to say publicly, yes, Joe needs to step down, and instead they outsourced that dirty work to a celebrity actor. But it did need to be said, and I will give him some credit for actually sticking his neck out there and saying, yeah, listen, this guy, he can't cut it, because we all knew it. Everyday Americans knew it, that Biden was no longer up to the job and was going to get trounced by Trump, most likely. But I think where this train of thought fell apart was saying, and that's why we need to give Kamala Harris the nomination with no primary. That turned out to be a massive mistake, as anybody who was honest and followed her political career before this and knew she had the charisma of a wet blanket and cackled randomly for no reason would have told you it didn't work out very well.
Yeah, it was blatantly obvious, Brad, that it certainly didn't work out well. Now, look, the bitter banshees, still bitter from Trump's victory at The View, have thought...
Let me see. It's in this one. They're like scrubbing a lot of stuff from like the internet. I don't know why they're doing this. It's like annoying.
Where the parties were during Jim Crow.
People who immigrated to the United States who are, it's probably more like 15 million, because it's people that came through. That's actually, Angela, that's actually not true. That's actually not true.
Then I just disagree with you, but this is a place where I think we do.
On the Trump campaign, to my knowledge, including President Trump, they have not read it. They're not subscribed to it. Protocols that lock down communities and lock down states. So that's what created your and never ever say that.
That's what I took from otherwise. And this is a question I've been asking the different people that have economy backgrounds. Like, why do people think the economy does better under Republicans, but the data shows since World War II, the economy has performed better under Democratic presidents?
Well, I would actually make one adjustment to that statement. I think the economy typically performs better when you have split government. Because what ends up happening is you don't have one party just pushing all economic policy. It kind of stagnates out economic policy, and what businesses want, that are made are actually in lockstep with every other client we have, or I say they have. When I was with
this is a long interview, bro. I can't find that product. But yeah, look at this, and he talks about it, bro.
What was the question? It's just an issue of our nation, but we
perform their jobs unless they clearly violated constitutional rights.
More than 1,200 people have been charged in nearly all 50 states.
Bro, it's in this. Like, he breaks it down, bro. I'm gonna stop tweeting so much, bro. I be tweeting like way too much, man. That'd be like my issue, bro. I need to stop.
His biggest song
because I had it like right on there, and then I've got like a million tweets. I can't find it.
For network TV, but of course, it's not just her. The Democrats.
But let's go to Officer Tatum real quick.
Miserable Malcolm.
When we have an and everything else, this is the craziest design I've seen. Really.
What do you think is a good way to like kind of stop that tension? Because me personally, I've got friends of different varying races and we get along just fine, but
Democrats lecturing Republicans about the economy is insane, bro.
Community in particular,
I think as individuals, we have to stop doing it as individuals. We got to start being friends with other people and branching out. We can't just be a clique. Listen, I hope everybody received this properly. We, black people, and the black people that's watching this, and everybody else that care about the black issues, we will lose if we try to just black. Why? We don't have no wealth generated. We don't have wealth generated.
I feel like, personally, people gonna get mad at me saying this. Black people will be spending more time trying to find reparations than creating, like, businesses. Like, they're never gonna give us reparations, so just get out here, hustle, get your money, and do what you gotta do.
Because we don't pursue that. We don't pursue that kind of stuff. We won't get rich quick. Why do all these NFL players go bankrupt?
They don't have proper like.
Because we're not investing. We trying to ball. I ain't gonna lie. When I started,
bro, buying Jordans, all like, bro, Jordans and jerseys and Chargers and like we gotta like change like our mindsets, bro. And I like the culture. Like, hip-hop culture is literally destroying, like, the African-American, like, community, I feel like. And it's like, you know, the no snitch and don't snitch on. Bro, you murk somebody. Like, you unalive somebody in front of me. I'm telling, bro, I don't care. I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care what no blogger thinks. I don't care about none of that. I don't care what no rapper thinks. If you unalive somebody in my neighborhood around me, I am snitching on you, bro. Thug life. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? And if more people would do that, then maybe people would stop unaliving people in the neighborhoods. It's crazy.
Making some money.
But we got the most backwards culture. It's sickening, bro.
I bought a nice car. That was as stupid. But it's like ingrained in the culture to say, I want to ball. I want to be flashy. I'm going to get me a chain. You got a $100,000 chain and you don't have no equity. You're not passing anything down to your kids. I know dudes that got so much money right now and they balling. But then you say, do you have a trust set up? Do you have investment set up? Do you own property? Are you investing in businesses? Are you in these meetings? You're not doing anything. You're just blowing your money. And let me tell you another thing. Reparations is another thing. Raise your hand if you think black people should get reparations. Okay? Raise your hand. High. I need it high. Raise your hand if you think it's good for black people to get reparations. Now let me tell you why that's a myth. When you get reparations, where do you think that money is going to go?
Into my community. What community? You don't go to HBCU. Do you live in the hood? Yes. When you get money, are you gonna move out the hood? Or you gonna live in the hood? I'm be in my hood. You gonna live. You better move out. You better look at what happened to Nipsey Hussle. He was in his hood. Young Dolph, right here. But we talk about. No. Young Dolph. No. What happened to him in his hood? I'm from Cal State. Right. What we're not gonna do is invoke Dolph in this. Is it true or is it not? Is it true or is it not? Okay,
he's telling you the truth, bro. If you get rich, get out of the hood. Are they gonna try to like take you out, bro? What don't you understand? We're not gonna bring Dolph in this shit. You gotta bring him into this. Look what happened to him. That's why that's when they sit down with Vlad TV. The first thing Vlad tells them is, why are you still in the hood? You're rich. You need to get out. What did he try to tell FBG Duck? He said, you got to get out of he said, you ever thought like people, you know what I mean? Like celebrities like die in their own hood. Like, it's probably a good idea to leave. He told him that FBG Duck wanted to be dumb. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens a lot on Vlad. He be telling you. Yeah, it's a problem, bro. Get rich and get out the hood, bro. Thug life. I don't care what people say.
Okay, when you say investment, what are you going to do as an investment point? What's your first investment?
Put of the black businesses that I know within my community.
Okay.
I'm going to put money towards them.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that we get the guns off the street. I'm going to make sure that we have everything.
How are you going to do that?
How am I going to do that?
Yeah.
Man, that is a long plan. But the basic points are this.
Systemic gun control? Who's like gun control?
So, stricter lines. So here's.
I'm sorry,
No, let him go. No, you go. Go ahead.
So here's my thing. We are invoking Black Wall Street and all these other black business owners and everything else, right? And then you're like, well, the reason it messed up was because we decided to integrate. No,
it's not just integrate.
No. They blew up Black
Let's see how
Wall
much
Street.
you know. And then what happened? No. When did they build it back?
They did never.
Yo, internet, y'all need to stop trying to scrub things that's telling the truth, bro. Y'all got to stop doing that, bro. Y'all social media networks is crazy, man. It's like, I cannot wait for Trump to get in here, bro. I'm so tired of this.
Put some money on it.
We could not build.
Hiding stuff.
You want to put some money on it?
To the grandeur
Somebody,
that it was.
go ahead and fact check him right now.
To the grandeur that it was.
No. It was built back and it was just as successful as it had ever been a few years later. Put some money on it.
We are arguing between fact and fiction here. The fact
put some money on it.
I can gladly put money on it.
All right, let's do this. Fact check it. Fact check it. Look at Uncle Tom the movie, Uncle Tom 2. Look at the movie. It is verifiable proof with evidence, video evidence, text evidence. So the people who live there.
So the descendants of the victims and everybody else, their points and their businesses that are no longer there do not matter.
No, they're victims. They're paying this victimhood just like it's appear that you're playing right now.
It's not victimhood when your family was blown up.
Okay, let's put it like this. Okay, listen to this. If you
Noah said the Chin people here in Indonesia was overpaying and messed up the housing market here.
Which is not true. You claim that they blew it up and they never repaired.
They firebombed it and
it never repaired.
Built it back up.
You said it never, which is a lie. But just say that happened. Let's say that happened. Let's say that happened. How in the world can we build something so great in 1925 and we can't do it today?
One, segregation in general.
Not every state was segregated, mind you.
The economy's getting worse.
Segregation in general within the South. Are you from the South?
South. I'm from the South.
Where are you from?
Texas.
Texas. Okay. Segregation in the South, and there's no way in hell
that we can establish our businesses within this time period without at least a threat of our businesses being taken out the way. There's no way that you can do that.
That's just
and even then,
that's simply not
even
true.
Then, you say it's simply not true, but then
This dude got a Stanley Cup, bro. We not doing this, bro.
countless business owners, especially in
What
Memphis.
about the ones that are still flourishing today?
The lucky?
And I don't know,
the lucky few.
Lucky few.
The lucky few. Considering the fact that the majority of our businesses were either run into the ground, taken over, or just run over again by the same white populations that wanted our stuff anyway. The issue is
Do you
not,
think the white man is against you in America?
Systemically. Systemically?
Do you think a system is against you?
Systemically, yes, because we're built on a rocky foundation.
Where? On campus?
In every single
Okay, institutions. At this university?
Yes.
At this university, the white man, like the system is against you?
Okay, so we have a system in the United States where we were built on a rocky foundation.
Can we start here at the university? This is where we're at.
I'm getting there.
Okay,
I'm getting there.
I'll let you get there.
Right over there, if you look over there, we have the Memphis State 8, who integrated this university. Until then, my grandmother could not go here. My grandmother
we
went
also
here.
had our own universities.
We, yes, had our own universities, but not everybody can go to said universities. We are descendants of, keep this in mind, the people that wanted to come to this university and the people that wanted to go to Russ, to TSU, to Howard, were the
let me show y'all this.
We have our laugher, former Reagan economist, Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient, and on top of that, we have Florida Congressman Byron Donalds. It doesn't get any better than this. All right, gents, I kind of hope you heard my opening riff. Byron, I'll go to you. I'm expecting a tough blockbuster speech from Mr. Trump on Thursday before the New York Economics.
Then President Barack Obama was very stagnant. The Obama-Biden administration was putting out the talking points for really a couple of years about people needed to expect just stable, low growth. That was going to be the new norm in America's economy. In comes Donald Trump. We changed tax policy. We changed energy policy. We cut massive regulations at the federal level. And lo and behold, we had one of the greatest booms in economic growth in the history of the country. And the wage gap, the things that the Democrats love to talk about.
I like how he says we had one of the best. He's not saying he had the best, right? Because Obama, I felt like, put in policies in place that Trump did benefit from within his first 100 days in office. If we're going to be fair, I think he did. Trump maintained them. You see what I'm saying? So I like how he said one of the best, and he's not just trying to say they had the best.
The wage gap was actually lowered under Donald J. Trump. Contrast that with Kamala Harris. We still don't even know what the details are on her economic plan, and you hit the nail on the head. Her child tax credit plan that she has is the same one they stuck in the American Rescue Plan, which created the labor shortage, which unleashed this inflation back in 2021. She already broke the economy once. America, please don't let Kamala Harris break it again. We need Donald Trump.
Yeah, $2 trillion. I love that. $2 trillion in additional spending on top of wage and on top of price controls and rent controls, and that includes a boost in housing. But Arthur, let me go back to first principles with you. What I'm arguing and what I believe Mr. Trump understands is that growth is so important. I don't mean government stimulus and subsidies. I mean private sector growth, investment growth, what we used to call capital deepening for business equipment and technology and all manner of innovation, right? In other words, supply side growth increases the volume of apples. So therefore, the price of those apples is going to fall. Now, you taught me this apple metaphor a long time ago. That's what I'm...
But he's been like going around saying that she actually broke the economy. Did he mention this in the beginning?
I'm expecting a tough...
Nah, he's been doing so many interviews.
Descendants of sharecroppers, business owners that try...
But watch the Breakfast Club interview with him. He talks about everything.
Every single way for us to make waves in our communities. And the issue is that when you say, oh, well, we don't need to worry about the race issue here, you're completely forgetting the fact that we were not integrated. We were not integrated here. In the city of Memphis, we were not integrated much into the 70s. And the reason for all this is it's systemically put in place. I understand not wanting race to stop you. Completely do understand that. But we live in a society where our race is going to inflict harm and pain on every single thing that we do, even when we jump over hoops.
Listen, I do understand history, right? I took Africana studies in college. So I do understand the history of black people in America, all the way from Africa, all the way here. So what I'm saying is that there are things that people are using as crutches, right? Booker T. Washington, Tuskegee University, all the successful black men that were born and lived. Madam C.J. Walker. Do you know who Madam C.J. Walker is? Raise your hand if you know Madam C.J. Walker. Sarah Bree Love. She was Oprah Winfrey in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Think about this. How did this woman have white folks working for her and essentially was a billionaire? It's because not only did black people in pockets have levels of success, we begin to go downhill after we started doing all this civil rights stuff.
No, we don't.
We did.
We
had our own schools.
The reason we had our own schools was because we couldn't go anywhere else.
Why don't you go to HBCU right now instead of going to University of Memphis?
I got a full ride here.
Well, why don't you go to HBCU?
Because I decided to go here. I had the choice to go to an HBCU.
So here's the thing. So I'm assuming if you got a scholarship here, you would have a
scholarship
to HBCU, right?
Yes, I had scholarships
You
elsewhere.
choose to go to where the systemic oppression is instead of going to an HBCU.
The systemic oppression is at the HBCU too. What you're not getting is.
So now black people run it and it's still racist.
No, you're not going to talk over me. I'll let you talk. Let me talk.
Yo, let's see what he got to say.
And when we have an HBCU that does not get funding because of the fact
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Because of the fact
Let him talk, bro. Hey, y'all, come on. Y'all wilding. I want to hear what he got to say.
Look it up. Put some money on it. He secured permanent funding. He secured.
How much did Barack give?
Barack ended permanent funding for HBCUs. Donald Trump reinstituted permanent funding for HBCUs. Did you not see? Everybody out here can fact check this.
Why do people be going so crazy for these HBCUs, right? I get it, we black, but hey, them HBCUs are crazy expensive. They got like endowments and everything, and then they still overcharging people to go to these HBCUs. And then like they end up like, so what they're gonna do at the HBCUs, like a white person that ends up going in there, right? They're gonna get all of these benefits for being a minority. And that person that's black going to the HBCU, they're not getting no break. You know what I mean? On the tuition, they're going to have to pay for the full tuition. And the white people are going to be there. It's the minorities, and they're going to get all of the breaks. So I think the HBCU model is broken. You know what I mean? So they got to do something like with these endowments and all, like, because I think this is another situation where African Americans, I feel like, are fighting against their own interests. Even though I understand why HBCUs were implemented, and, you know, because they want to make sure that we can be, you know, to go to schools too and get the same education without being, you know, segregated again. So I get that, but then like this is becoming like a super expensive mode of going to college. So I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about HBCUs.
Everybody out here can fact check this.
Sir.
Once you look at the picture of the HBCU presidents, every single HBCU president went to the White House and was with Donald Trump, and he negotiated a deal where he gave them permanent funding, which is something Obama never did. Look it up. Okay,
so
go ahead.
Here's the thing. Again, you're invoking black businesses, black business owners, and all these other things.
And I'm invoking a black man that's at the university I'm at right now.
But
that decided to come here instead of HBCU.
Yes, because they gave me the majority of money to go here. My thing is this.
Which one is it?
What I just say?
Are they helping you or are they hurting you?
You're going to let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you keep on talking over me, I can't finish my...
Because that HBCU is expensive. You see what I'm saying?
It's frustrating a little bit, but go ahead.
When I understand it's frustrating. Hearing things like that is frustrating.
It's just, you're just lying to me right now.
You're just talking over me.
Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, come on, Tatum. You got to let dude talk, bro.
When you have a place where one, systemically, especially in Memphis, and you know everything that's happened here, and you know you could be upset about systemically and all that other stuff.
I'm not upset about it. It's not true.
It happened.
What systemic thing is happening to you on this campus?
Systemic things happening to me on this campus.
Yeah.
I was pulled over right over there.
On campus. Is campus police?
Yes.
Okay, you were put over there for what?
They said that there was something wrong with my license plate. There's nothing wrong with it.
They just pulled you over for nothing?
Now, I can't blame him. I get that. But there are other accounts of people, not just campus police, but police in general, that have been identified as a person of interest and has not been. We're getting off topic. Back to what we were saying earlier.
Yes, sir.
That's what we were saying earlier. The issue with everything happening with us now.
I'll say this, though. What is so your license plate is why they pulled you over? Are you being like, is it like systemic racism or things like in the actual school is what I want to hear from him. Like if he can make that argument. But as far as like the cops pulling him over, I mean, cops be pulling people over, bro. it's what happens, you know, but he could feel like, yo, I'm black and they pulling me over because I'm black. Now, when they pulled you over, were they like, yo, do you got something in the car? Do you know what I mean? Like, what was the issue with what he pulled you over for?
It's the fact that these systemic policies are here. They're in our laws.
Campus?
They're in our laws.
Name a law that's systemically racist against black people. What law?
A law that's systemically...
You know it's none. You know it's none. I know that's why it's hard for you to say it, because it is none.
A law that is systemically against black people?
Name one.
You want an old or a recent?
I mean, whatever you want to say. Federal, you can go federal. You can go local. You can go
stop and frisk.
State.
Stop and frisk.
Which was a law that was state level in New York. And you say that was racist.
So literally
Bro, stop and frisk was racist, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they literally targeted black people, and like Mayor Giuliani was like, bro, thug life. I don't care. Like, Mayor Giuliani is suspected of being not a fan of black people. I'm gonna say, like, from what I was looking at when the stop and frisk was going on, like, it was, bro, they was targeting black people. It's just what it was.
Police could go over to anybody, black, white, no matter what, because these policies affect white people too, especially poor white people. The issue is that when you have stop and frisk, they could just be like, hey, you.
So it's not racist, it's more classist.
No.
You said it affects white people the same.
Let me finish.
Okay.
The racial element is always there.
There's black cops there too.
But the black cops are...
Yeah, they're bringing back stop and frisk. You know what's crazy, though? Like, y'all ain't gonna like this, bro. They might need to. Like, bruh, they might need to. Like, cops are scared to do their jobs now. They might need to, but this is how it's going to be implemented. But I do feel like in New York, it was racial.
Also, arresting people, they're part of the problem. The issue is that when you have...
Right, can we
let me finish.
Get to some...
Tatum, bro, like, you know how many laws were like made against black people, bro? Like, come on, man. You can't be so far right. You can't see that, bro. The FBI like didn't like black people and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What is you doing? We weren't like whole people at one point. The Supreme Court and all. Like, come on, bro.
Somewhere with this, because I think we're going to continue. You cannot tell me how there's a systemic racist thing that's on this campus that prevents you from being successful. You can't name one.
So what did y'all think about that debate? We're going to move on to another one.
Black people.
TatumStore.com. Tatum
wasn't great. Point to tell me where
the
it
birth
started.
Of America.
This America. Point in America where America wasn't great.
On murder and thievery and deception. What do you mean?
Now let me explain this to you real quick. This is for everybody to listen to. Everybody always have this perception that we shouldn't acknowledge America as being great. America started at a certain point and grew and came better over time.
Let me just show y'all some of the inequities that's been going on with like racial discrimination. Key examples of systemic racism in the U.S. 11 examples of systemic racism in the U.S. To help you better understand how this type of racism can manifest, we have included 11 examples of systemic racism in the U.S. below. These examples help to show the pervasive nature of systemic racism. Racial disparities in criminal justice. Black Americans are incarcerated at 5 times higher the rate of white Americans. These disparities in treatment by the criminal justice system are noticeable as early as grade school. Almost 2 million students attend schools with law enforcement officers, but no guidance counselors who can be integral figures in supporting students' mental health. Black students in particular are more likely to attend middle and high schools with higher concentrations of police officers and mental health professionals. These circumstances can lead to Black students being harshly disciplined by law enforcement at a young age, which contributes to the school to prison pipeline. I will say this. Black people be committing crimes. Thug life, like it is what it is. Not all of us, but hey, the culture is like, yo, our whole culture is like, we love crime, bro. Thug life, it is. Like, look at that, like, bro, look at the inner cities of Chicago. Look at the inner cities of Cleveland, Ohio. Look at them schools. You better have security over there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It depends on how you look at it. And then it's another one, education inequalities. Am I lying? We be committing crimes. Thug life. It is what it is. White people be getting arrested too. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing like police crime videos and all, like white people be getting like arrested by police and all that. It be happening, but we be committing a lot of crimes, bro. For us to be that small of a population, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like numbers wise, we ain't that big, bro. Look at the crime statistics, bro. We commit a whole lot of crime, bro. You know, so it's what it is. You even see it like people like doing prank videos, right? They go to the hood, be like, "Oh, you like my chain?" And they have like and then a Black person just try to rob them. They be like, "Oh, it's a prank. It's a video right there." Like, it's just what it is. We be committing a lot of crime. Not all Black people are criminals, but a lot of us are, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, it is what it is. Every child should have access to quality education, but many children from underrepresented communities lack access to an adequately funded and staffed school. Racial inequities infiltrate the education system, as the two examples below highlight. Students from underrepresented communities are more likely to attend outdated schools that lack proper resources. Predominantly non-white schools districts received around 23 billion less in funding annually compared to their white counterparts, according to a 2019 EB Build report. According to the U.S. Government Accountability Office, Black, Latinos, and Indigenous students face more disciplinary consequences, including suspension and expulsion, compared to white students. A Princeton University study suggested that conscious and unconscious racial bias contributes to these disparities in discipline rates. All right, so I went to like a predominantly Black like school growing up, and then I, you know what I'm saying, went to predominantly white school like growing up. And what I've noticed, Black kids is wild, bro. Thug like they are. They are, bro. Like, not all of them, but they be like fighting and stuff. Like, it's what it is, bro. Like, white kids be fighting too. You know, but like when I went, bro, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, bro. When my mom got a little bit of money, we moved away from there, and then I lived in like Garfield Heights, right? And that was like more like white, you know what I'm saying? And I got a chance to see the difference, you know, and like white people was more, I mean, you had fights that, bro, there was more chill, bro. They was like gothic people and like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like they was like more chill, wear whatever they want, you know what I mean? Like Black schools, if you ain't wearing Jordans or Nikes, bro, they clowning you. You know what I mean? Did you like, bro? Y'all don't be wanting to admit it, bro. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, they be getting expelled, bro. They be fighting, talking crazy to teachers. You know what I'm saying? They be talking crazy to security, talking crazy to the principals. Yeah, y'all don't want to admit it. I don't care, thug life. I done seen both sides. And you can't tell me, you can't gaslight me, nothing. I seen it with my own eyes. Black people, we be violent. Here's what it is. Look at bro, our culture reflects it. Look at the music. Look at it reflects what the culture is. We be violent. People, like, the kids be mad because their father's not in the household. They being raised by a single mother. Their mother ain't around because she working, and they just feel like upset and mad all the time. It be like stuff like that. They living in the hood, like, you know what I'm saying? They just upset. They going without. They seeing other kids that got stuff, like, they be getting mad, bro. Like, y'all don't want to admit it, bro. Like, I don't care, bro. It's what it is, bro. Like, if you go to a white school Yeah, you got like some people gonna try to bully. I be seeing them be trying to like bully people too. Like, you know what I mean? But it ain't black schools be mad different, bro. You know what I'm saying? It'd be mad different. We are like kind of low-key violent. Thug life. I don't care, bro. Like, it is what it is. Housing discrimination. According to the Brookings Institute, only 46% of black Americans were homeowners in 2021, while 76% of white Americans own their homes. The data also showed that home in predominantly black neighborhoods are often valued at $48,000 less than homes in primarily white neighborhoods. And I'm gonna tell you why, bro. I ain't about to pay a lot of money to live around thugs. The thug culture, the thug life. I'm not about to, bro. That's why the properties don't be worth all that. Y'all don't be wanting to say it, bro. Unless it's like Atlanta. Atlanta got like nice black communities, nice black properties and stuff like that. But in Cleveland, Ohio, bro, like if you go to the places that do have houses in Cleveland, it's thug life. It's crazy over there. Like, bro, I'm not about to, bro, how your property value gonna go up and they got graffiti everywhere? The city, bro, I done seen so many times the city of Cleveland tried to build new parks. Within 6 months, they selling rocks at the park, you know what I'm saying? The parents are scared to take their kids to the park. Next thing you know, gang culture, like they spray painting the parks. Oh, sliding boards be having gang signs. You be like, what is this? That be happening. So yes, that's going to contribute, I feel like, to property value not being as high. Some of these like suburban, like white neighborhoods, like they don't be they be going down, but they be like fixing it. You know what I mean? Like, or the cops be like arresting them kids that be acting crazy too. That, like, bro, I live in a white neighborhood. When they be acting like that, the cops be arresting the white kids that be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But like for the most part, it's more control. Like we be having cops. You know what I mean? That don't play. And then when the black people be coming over here trying to rob people, thug like they do. You know what I'm saying? Like they. You think black people gonna just sit and rob in the hood? They gonna go to the nice neighborhoods and be trying to rob people, bro. Y'all don't want to tell the truth. I think that's why the property value be less in it be ghetto, bro. Bro, you like, I'm not about to be paying a lot of money and I'm sitting there trying to look and view the house. Meanwhile, there's like Cutlass Sierras like going down the street with 12-inch subwoofers bumping. Young Jeezy. You like, what? The cops look like Denzel Washington from Training Day. What is this? You trying to view the house. You got to extra lock your car. You extra locking your car. That's why the property value be low. And y'all don't want to admit it. When I go to a white neighborhood, bro, like I be chilling. I be like, all right, I might not get robbed today. They be playing like Bruce Springsteen. You be like, who is that? You know what I mean? Tears for Fears. You be like, what is this song? They ain't playing nothing that make you like clutch the blicky or reach for the waist. They don't be paying nothing like that. You be like, oh, it's good over here. Like, I'm telling you, that's why the property value be down. Y'all don't be wanting to admit it. Like, so the disparities in home ownership rates between black Americans and white Americans are a byproduct of systemic racism within the U.S. housing system. I mean, bro, when your whole community, bro, not everybody now, it's different now, right? In the 90s, bro, when everybody was taught to sell rocks, how much credit you gonna get selling rocks? They get credit for selling rocks? No. Y'all don't be wanting to admit it, bro. Like, and then, like, back in the 90s, if you had a job, you was corny, bro. They're like, you better get on the corner and sell rocks. But I don't want to go to jail. Get on the corner. How you gonna build credit? That's what I be. I swear y'all don't want to admit the truth, bro. And then it said an example of this is gentrification. The changes that occur in a neighborhood when developers and city planners make improvements to an area. When developers make changes without considering the impact of current residents, higher income people move in, which drives up the cost of living and displacement the original inhabitants. Bro, I ain't mad at gentrification. Thug life, I don't care. I ain't mad at it. If you can't afford to live there, chances are you don't need to be there, right? If they start raising the price, they gonna start bringing in more people that's gonna take care of the neighborhood. I ain't mad at gentrification, bro. Some people they barely making it, you know what I mean? And they may not, you know what I mean? It may impact them, you know what I'm saying? But some people just be living off of the government, not caring. Selling rocks, get out of the neighborhood. Let's gentrify it. I don't know how, bro. I lived in Banbury and Warrensville. They was busting gats all day long in Banbury. We used to get off the school, but bro. We used to get off the school bus dodging bullets in Banbury, Warrensville, and Cleveland, Ohio. Thug life. It was like that for real. So yeah, I used to be dodging, but like, oh, I can't wait for gentrification. Oh my God. Zoom, zoom. At night, my mom used to be like, hey, y'all, they doing it again. Just go on, y'all sleep in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? They having, you know what I mean? DRUG like wars in Warrensville, Tennessee. Bro, I was about to say Tennessee, Warrensville, Cleveland, Ohio. Bro, it was bad. Like y'all don't be wanting to admit stuff, bro. Like, yeah, gentrification in some places is better. Make the property look good. Then like it's places in Nashville, Tennessee, they gentrify, right? And they got all these hippies or whatever moving. Bro, they didn't change the whole look of that area. It went from destitute to nice. It went from you're driving and you're trying not to stop at a stoplight to where you're stopping and you're looking around. Gentrification ain't always bad. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Move the crime element out. You know, that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Employment discrimination. Unequal employment opportunities exacerbate racial gaps in economic security. According to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Black, American, and Latino individuals are severely underrepresented across high-paying jobs. Black Americans represent 35% and Latinos account for 26% of the professional and managerial workforce. In addition, marginalized communities are severely underrepresented at the top of the corporate hierarchy. A 2022 study conducted by Chris Calder Associates showcased that underrepresented communities represent only 10.7% of CEOs among Fortune 500 and S&P 500 companies. Moreover, Black unemployment is typically twice as high as white unemployment, according to the Economic Policy Institute. Bro, look, because what I said before, if you got a job, you corny. That's how they be looking at you, bro. Like, oh, you got a job? Oh, we got a Winston over here. We got a Winston. He's working. He's got a 9 to 5. We got a Winston. They be clowning people that be working. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like, I mean, we did have DEI. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we had what is it called? Like, if you like, what are you like? I can't remember what it's called. Like, I've been up like for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you Black, you considered first. You know what I'm saying? For jobs, how many of those jobs, bro, that they have Black, bro, I done seen so many like jobs with Black people who are unqualified to be in them jobs, bro, like in them jobs. And you'd be like, yo, where's the manager? They'd be like, oh, that's the manager right there. It'd be like Shaniqua. And you be trying to tell her what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And she be giving you an attitude like what? Ain't you a manager? Do you got to deal with Shaquanda attitude? Bro, y'all ever been on... You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, bro. Affirmative action, that's what it is, bro. It be some affirmative action jobs, bro. I'll never forget. I went to like I think it was like a Walmart or something. I had ordered something and they had lost it. Then the manager had came out. I was talking to the manager. She was a black lady. She had the biggest attitude. I'm like, bro, I done just bought something online. I'm trying to see where it is. It's been over a week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the people at the counter giving me a hard time. You know what I'm saying? They're not coming back to the, you know what I'm saying? They talking on their phones. I want to talk to the manager. And she get, like, did you just shake your head at me? Shaniqua, where's my package? Affirmative action, bro. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Oh, it be he's affirmative action police too, bro. Y'all. Have y'all seen affirmative action police, bro? They be worse. Let something happen to you, bro. And affirmative action police officer come there, bro. Like, nah, man. I'll be seeing it. I'll be watching. Hey, I'm like, somebody said that. I think it was Justin Bieber said this one day. He was like, yo, I can sit and watch cops on YouTube all day long. He said that, bro. Bruh, I could literally watch that all day long. I'll be seeing everything, man. Like, them affirmative action cops be wildin'. Like, nah, bruh. Y'all be doing too much. Like, if somebody gets smart with an affirmative action cop, bro, he gonna take that. He gonna take that. What is it called? The chest plate off. Like, let's go. Like, chill out, man. Systemic racism is a critical component of social determinants of health and the circumstances in which people grow up, live, work, and age. The factors can have a significant impact on a wide range of health risks and outcomes. In addition, data from KFF, Kaiser Family Foundation, shows that African Americans face significant social and structural barriers when trying to access quality health care. Examples of these barriers include lack of access to health care coverage, affordable and safe housing, high food insecurity, and high poverty rates. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, people from underrepresented communities experience higher rates of illness and death across a wide range of health conditions, including diabetes, obesity, asthma, and heart disease. In fact, data shows that the life expectancy of Black Americans is 4 years lower than white Americans. I mean, when you got the whole culture talking about smoking trees, drinking Hennessy, what you think they be doing? I'm just saying, like, y'all don't nobody want to admit the truth. I know. I don't be wanting to, hey, if white people be saying stuff, I'll be trying to deny it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let a Tupac song come on. I'm getting the Hennessy. Wingstop. I'm just saying, man, like, but I don't know, but the healthcare thing, it is like, because I've got like high blood pressure because I don't like to sleep, right? And mine is like sleep related. And so I'll be up like mad hours. Like, I just don't like sleeping. I think that's like the, you know, like the body's like main weakness is like sleep. I don't like to sleep, but you need sleep to rejuvenate, right? The lady told me, the nurse practitioner lady, she was just like, well, we got two different blood pressure things, you know what I'm saying, things we can put you on, right? One of them has the least side effects, and the other one has got side effects, right? It's gonna make you tired, it's gonna make you feel bad, it's got like Lasix in it or something like that. And she's like, the other one don't have side effects, but how they want us to give you the medicine because you're black. They want us to give you the one that has the side effects. She straight up told me that. Thug life. And she was like, we're going to try the one with no side effects first. She was an Asian, bro, I don't want to say her name. She an Asian like practitioner, right? She gave me that one and I had no problems. Right? And she told me ahead of time, my aunt, Tracy, Thug Life, it is what it is. You my aunt, and you told me, I don't care. I'm putting it out there. Thug Life, you my aunt. I don't care. You should have been my aunt. I'm telling. My aunt said that they gave her the medicine that the lady told me that, I don't want to say the name of it, but you know what I'm saying? That she got that black people, like, blood pressure medicine. I'm like, what? Bro, I'm about to call my aunt, bro. Oh no, I'm about to call my aunt, bro. Oh no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm live. Can you like verify this for me? Because you know what I mean? People I'm live, they don't believe me. She ain't gonna want to touch. She gonna clam up. But I mean, it's real. Like that's real. Like that one is real. I feel like it's real. All right. Environmental racism. Environmental racism describes the inequitable impact of environmental dangers and underrepresents the undeserved communities. The root causes of environmental racism are policies, regulation, and corporate decisions that have targeted low-income communities. As a result, people from underrepresented communities are often exposed to toxic and hazardous environmental conditions which impact their health. For example, the major black community of Flint, Michigan experienced contaminated drinking water in 2014 after the city changed its water supply source to save money. Because of the lack of proper water treatment and testing, several major water quality and health issues from residents erupted. Local officials ignored many of these issues. Separate and GAO study conducted in 1983 revealed that 3/4 of the hazardous waste landfill sites in 8 southeastern states were located in primarily poor black and Latino communities. I'm not going to argue against that. I don't know much about that. You know what I'm saying? So they may be right. Number 7, racial profiling and policing. The U.S. criminal justice system has been greatly influenced by racism and discrimination. According to 2020 data from the American Bar Association, while black Americans make up 13% of the U.S. population, they represent 22% of fatal police shootings, 47% of wrongful convictions, and 47% of wrongful convictions is crazy, bro. And 35% of individuals executed by the death penalty. That's crazy. Another example of racial profiling and policing is the war on drugs. Data from the Fair Fight Initiative shows that almost 80% of prison drug charges are handed down by black and Latino individuals. Data from the initiative also shows that the defendant is black, prosecutors are twice as likely to ask for a mandatory prison sentence for a drug crime. That may be true, bro. But I will say, I think like our culture is like encouraging people to do crime, bro. It is what it is. Like I think that's part of it, you know, but I do feel like they do be like overcharging black people, bro. Like I do feel like that. And the death penalty, 35% of individuals executed by the death penalty, that's crazy. Are black, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But they might be right about that. You know what I mean? But we do be committing crime. Hey! We do. You know, so, but I don't know. Voter suppression refers to intentional efforts and policies aimed at limiting or preventing certain groups, usually marginalized communities, from exercising their right to vote. Tactics rooted in historical discrimination includes unfair voter ID laws, gerrymandering, and the closing of polling stations in low-income areas. Intentionally limiting access to voting continues to cycle of inequitable political representation, which perpetuates existing power dynamics that disadvantage underrepresented communities. I think that's true. Media representation and stereotypes. The negative portrayal of people from underrepresented communities on TV and movies and other forms of media can introduce and reinforce negative stereotypes. That is a fact. Stereotypes about disenfranchised communities in media can appear as implicit or explicit biases. I think that's true. Like Quentin Tarantino, bro. Like he don't like black people. I don't care what he say. He don't. He be writing like all the white people that be in his movies to say the N-word and all like that, bro. If I ever see Quentin Tarantino, bro, I'm gonna say I don't like you, bro. Like he be doing like too much. You know, and then a lot of these movies do like be making us look like we gangsters and all of this. They do be doing like all that. Stereotypes about disenfranchised communities in media can appear as implicit or implicit biases. Implicit bias is when an individual's decisions are made through unknown pre-existing beliefs. Explicit bias describes a situation where an individual's decisions are made based on the conscious beliefs. For example, consciously assigning a black character or a specific set of characteristics solely based on stereotypes is called explicit bias, while doing so unintentionally is implicit bias. Yeah, they even had, who's that dude that played like Iron Man? Like, what's his name? I don't know. I'll be watching all that, like Marvel and all that. Like, I don't be watching all that stuff. The Iron Man dude, what's his name? What's the Iron Man dude name? Somebody tell me. Robert Downey Jr., right? Robert Downey Jr. had blackface in one of his movies. That's crazy. You know, they be doing too much, bro. They be like, they always want to push the black ghetto or the black slave movies in Hollywood. Like, they be wilding, you know, and then like, but Denzel Washington won an Oscar for Training Day. Like, really? You know what I mean? Like, all these other movies he done did. Like, come on, bro. Wealth. It says the racial wealth gap is one of the most prevalent examples of systemic racism in the U.S. According to the U.S. Department of Treasury, an average white family had $184,000 in wealth in 2019 compared to $38,000 for Latino families and $23,000 for black families. Furthermore, data from the Survey of Consumer Finances found that wealth gap between black and white families has hardly changed in more than 20 years. And I'm going to tell you why, bro, because we keep buying Jordans, bro. We keep buying Jordans. We keep buying Chargers, they be breaking. We keep buying like Hellcats. We keep buying, you know what I'm saying? We keep buying jerseys. We keep buying fitted hats. We keep buying dumb stuff all the time, bro. Like when I be around like these, bro, when I go around like a white neighborhood, that they be well off, bro. They be wearing the whack shoes, bro. Their shoe game is terrible, but they be having way more money than everybody. They be driving like Toyota Camrys. Like, they don't be, like, putting all their, like, me, I got, like, 2 Teslas. Like, why do I have 2 Teslas? That was dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying what it is. I got 2 Teslas, a motorcycle. I bought an F-150. I bought, like, Infinity. I bought, like, all, I don't need all that. I should have been, you know, I'm listening to the Boston Richie and all, you know what I'm saying? I'm driving, I'm like, yeah, I need that. You know, but I need to be, like, putting more money in the stock market. You know, it's just what it is. But hey, I don't be buying the Jordan. That's the one thing I don't be buying is the Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Or the fitted hats, bro. I had like one fitted, bro. I did blogs in one fitted cap, like for a year. You know what I mean? Like, no, like I'm not about to be spending like $40-something, $50-something on a fitted cap. I ain't doing it. But it's like we are the biggest consumers. You know, and we taught to like just spend our money, bro. And I'm telling you, this rap culture is tearing us down. 11, immigration policies and xenophobia. Immigration policies differ across the United States, although it is not always the case. White Europeans tend to face fewer barriers when migrating to the U.S. than immigrants from underrepresented communities. The differences in immigration policy provide more examples of implicit or explicit bias. For example, undocumented Latinos immigrants face more serious consequences than white people who have committed the same offenses by treating immigrants differently based on race. The immigration system perpetuates systemic racism. I'm not saying they're wrong about that. Why is it important to address systemic racism and ways to end it? Although efforts to promote racial equity across the U.S. have increased in recent years, the ongoing perception of racial tension underscores the prevalence of racism in the U.S. society. We can help mitigate systemic racism in several ways, including increasing education and accountability, supporting economic initiatives that benefit underrepresented communities, advocating for policy and legislative changes to address racism in an institutional level, pushing for more media representation could also ensure accurate depictions and unbiased representation of people of color in the media. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
No country that you know of was 100% perfect at the foundation. No country.
You
no
didn't answer my
country in the
question.
world.
No countries in Africa, no countries shouldn't acknowledge America as being great. America started at a certain point and grew and came better over time.
All right, so you talking to Officer Tatum, right? So Officer Tatum, he's got 3 million subscribers. The amount of money he must be making per month is insane with all the sponsorships. So to him, he ain't seeing what everybody else is seeing. And you know what I mean? And the super conservatives that are looking at him, yeah, we got a black person that can say what we want to say. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be supporting him and giving him crazy amounts of money. So he not seeing what you seeing out here. So he's going to be, you know, shout out to Officer Tatum, but he's going to be against you because his base is like, I would say the base that he has is not for people like you. They're going to support him to be against people like you. That's how I feel like when I watch him a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, but that's how I feel.
No country.
Hit the like button, Thug Life.
That you know of was 100% perfect at the foundation. No country.
You
no
didn't answer my
country in the
question.
world. No countries in Africa, no countries in Europe. You can name it. Everybody started at a certain point, and it became greater
You
over
didn't
time.
answer my question.
Ever since you've been alive, America has been the greatest it's ever been.
You think so?
100%, brother. You can name somewhere else that's better than America. And why don't you live there?
I'm not sure.
I know you're not sure because they don't exist.
Were they?
Show me somewhere else that's as diverse as America. Anywhere.
Yeah, and then his Officer Tatum, bro. Officer, like he's not, bro. He not gonna be pro-black with nothing. His base is not like that. Like he's pandering to his base, bro. Like so, he is designed not to. Like his whole design is not to be in favor of black people. Like him and the Hodge twins. Hodge twins are anti-black, bro. I don't care what they say they are. Like anything black, they are against. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's bring levity to the situation in reality. Like they are anti-black. You know what I mean? And they pander to the. Not all conservatives are racist. Like they're not all like that. But the ones that are like that, they pander to. That's where they get their money from. They're gonna they're gonna be sharing the video. Look at it, look at this black dude, like he talking like us. That's his base. You see what I'm saying?
That's as diverse.
What does diversity mean if people are
Opportunities
being
for
discriminated
all
against?
people. Show me another country that give opportunities for all people like America.
Hit the like button or I gotta get out of here. They're slowing down the video. Somebody said, Colton said he's equal. LD said, bro, are y'all, hey, I want to know real quick. LD, are you black? B Drifter, are you black? Y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all black or white. Just let me know because it's going to explain a lot of what y'all saying. Vinyl said, hold on. Marty said the Hodge twins funny. Yeah, I think they funny, but they are anti-black. They are hey. They have Myron up there speaking the most like, Myron is the most, y'all know who Myron is from Fresh and Fit, bro. Like, I wish I could meet him and just argue with him one time, bro. And then it goes left and I got to do what I got to do. They had Myron up there saying the most like insane things about Sandra Massey. Oh, it was a clean shooting and this and that and the third, like, and they're just looking at him like, go ahead, Myron. Like, what? Myron is, man, I can't even say like what I want to say about that dude. Yes, but everyone, even in Europe, is the same against blacks. Courtney says tolerant left, everyone. Dirt Randy said bunch of black crybabies. LD said that's a non-answer. LD, hey, I'm asking you black or not? I just want to know. Colton said, why does it matter what, bro? You know, this is what they say when they don't want to answer. Angie said, I think that's a, hold on. Somebody said, bro, you sound like Don Lemon.
We have the same opportunity as
hey, I'm just calling it out, bro. It's what it is. I'm fair.
Else as black people.
Yeah, 100%.
With a 200-year economic head start on us and no
What's
reparations.
stopping you now? Aren't you at this university?
Yeah.
Somebody said I only mess with Myron off of his conspiracies.
You at the university just like all these white people.
Mm-hmm.
How's that any different? Can't you?
I want you to go two
no,
blocks
no, no,
that
no,
way
no.
and tell me where they at.
You,
No,
no, no,
way
no,
and tell me where they at.
Bro, if you think Officer Tatum and you think the Hodge twins are pro-black, you're crazy. You're a lunatic. Like, if you think that. They're not.
You can read. You can go to class. You can make good grades. I'm hoping that you're making straight A's. How is America stopping you from doing that? And how is it stopping you from being?
Hey, Colton said, "You the problem for real. My name is Colton. What you think I am?"
Prosperous enough to go down the street and make a difference in your own community. How's America stopping you from doing
Why
that?
is it my responsibility to make a difference in my community that was sabotaged from the start?
I don't think,
bro. But y'all ain't about to call me Don Lemon, bro. You're not about to do that. Y'all ain't about to do that.
Let's go back to the foundation.
Do you think the CIA planted drugs in our communities?
They didn't make you sell it.
Do you think they?
No. I agree.
He right with that, because he was like, "Yo," he actually kind of getting him a little. He getting Officer Tatum a little bit. He was like, "Yo, you think the CIA ain't put like drugs in our communities?" But Officer Tatum was right. He was like, "They ain't make you sell it." Yo.
To my community that was sabotaged from the start.
Let's go back to the foundation.
Do you think the CIA planted drugs in our communities?
They didn't make you sell it.
Do you think they?
No. I agree.
Do you think they burned down
stories of how
black
the CIA,
businesses? Do you know what Black Hollywood is?
Let's go one at a time. I've heard stories that the CIA planted drugs in the inner city communities. Not every black.
No, what's your name? V Moyer. No, bro. Hodge twins are. They're funny, but they're not, bro. They're anti-black, bro. They are. I don't care what nobody say. They are. Let's go to their posts. Let me just show you some of this stuff. Did y'all see how they were? Hold on. Look who he be retweeting. Oh, white people. Never let FBI agents forget how they treated innocent Americans because they were just following orders. Let's see. What? Let's see if they got any pro-black stuff on here. Oh, he got a MAGA dude up here supporting. Other than that, he's not black. I don't know, man. Trump picked Kash Patel. Let's see. I mean, they be retweeting all white people. They be retweeting everything they do, bro. That's their base. They got a black person. That is why every popular rapper is female now. All right. Oh, he got a black conservative up here. Oh, okay. Base black conservatives unite. All right. Dope. I'm sure they had to pay the Hodge twins for that. Let me see. They are funny though, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you, bro. They hilarious. And then look who they retweeting. Charleston White, they funny, bro. Let's see. They smoking on a Kamala pack right now, bro. The Hodge twins. But I seen like around the time like the election and stuff like that, there was a whole bunch of like anti stuff, bro. Like I ain't gonna go all through that.
Black community, but in some, they still don't make you go and sell drugs to your brother, do they? Why are you not selling drugs right now? Because it doesn't make sense for you to do that. You have an opportunity to go to a university, get an education, and make yourself better and make your family better in the next few generations. Nobody's stopping us from doing that. I'm sitting on campus right now, and all these people are listening to me.
Yeah, somebody said, remember the Hodge twins from 2007 when they had the fro. Hey, the Hodge twins was lit back in the day, bro. They was lit.
What's stopping me?
Money.
In America, what's stopping you from making money?
Hold on, wait, what?
Stopping us from doing that. I'm sitting on campus right now, and all these people are listening to me.
What's
stopping me?
Money.
In America, what's stopping you from making money in America?
What the f is not stopping us from making money?
You
what
go
the
to the
fuck
same
do you
university as
mean?
all these white people. How you got a different?
Exactly.
You said what? Excuse me?
We're in debt.
That's
That's
your
our
fault.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right?
Okay,
we were never given boots to begin with.
Let's start with this. I actually went and graduated from a university. So I'm not a guy that didn't go to college. I had a full scholarship, so I didn't pay for school in my undergrad. Graduate school, I paid for out of my pocket. I did not get a loan. I mean, I did not have to get loan forgiveness or nothing like that. I had $11,000 worth of debt and I paid it. How is that different than anybody else out here?
Because everybody doesn't have the same opportunity.
I'm black though. How did I pay my loan off and you can't? Or
where you from?
Wait, I'm from Texas, Fort Worth.
No, he figured out how to hustle, get money up, do social media, do YouTube, get the money and pay for his college. Like, I mean, I did.
Fort Texas, Dunbar High School.
I've been paying mine.
Right in the hood and stop 6. Right in the hood and stop 6. How did I get to this point if America's against me?
Did everybody in your neighborhood get to that point?
Well, different choices. There's a lot of people in my neighborhood that made it out because they made better choices. I could have sold drugs. I didn't. Why? Because I wanted something better out of my life.
All right, so as far as the police thing, like he ended up becoming a police officer. He ended up like venturing off and took social media serious. I don't even think he like is a cop no more. You know, like there's certain areas like they would not hire like black cops. Like it's what it was, bro. Like certain and they didn't even care about affirmative action. They wasn't hiring you if you was a black guy trying to be a cop. You know, so it's, you know, you might have got lucky, Tatum, bro. Like, but it ain't like that for everybody, man. Like as far as social media, I use social media to pay off my college too. You know, so you can. You know, it's depending on how you look at it, bro. But not everybody's going to be in the same situation.
Say about the disproportionate wealth. Does that not matter?
It's about culture. How much money do you save?
I don't know. I'm in debt, bro.
You in debt. How much do you invest?
I don't know.
How did you get into debt? Who chose to come here?
Me.
Well, that's you laid it out. Now, when you come here, for every college student here, this should be an investment into your future.
Right.
Anybody that know anything about making money knows that you have to invest to get to the next step. You may be in debt. You may be in debt to make it.
Research. Stop listening to rap. Bone Thugs and Harmony search. Stop listening to that. I'm from Cleveland, bro. I understand. Stop listening to that. Like, read some books. Read some financial literacy books. They're everywhere. You can even go to Barnes and Noble and just sit there and read the book for free. Then leave. Go to the library and get books. Take them home if you want. The information is there. They're not hiding the information like they used to. They used to hide the information. They did it. Thug Life, they did it. Now the information is everywhere. Like, what do you, I think this dude wants somebody to just take him by the hand and guide him through the millions. This is what he wants. Like, get out there and learn, bro. Like, don't be getting a degree in art. Like, if you want the money, learn finance.
Investment to get to the next step. So if you do this properly, this is a debt investment to make more money in the future. If you come here and clown around and take a major that won't put you anywhere, then you just got into debt for no doggone reason. It's a cultural thing. Black people in America don't have wealth like others because they choose not to generate wealth through investments and passing their money down.
Who's teaching us to do this?
We should.
Bro, it's everywhere. He don't want to learn. He does not want to learn, bro. Bro, even Vlad TV, I don't like him. He got me blocked, bro. Thug Life. Vlad TV, on Vlad TV's channel, he's got tons of investment gurus on his channel. He's got videos of himself talking about investments, how he made his money. Those videos don't have as much views as a Boosie interview. Bro, you got YouTube. I'm sure you got a phone. Instead of looking at like interviews and rappers and all of this stuff, look at investment videos. Meet Kevin. He's free. Watch him. Like, what are we gonna do, y'all?
Teach each other to do it. Why does somebody got to teach? You want the white man to teach us? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, hell, teach us something.
Okay, no, you could teach. You could teach something. You got a college.
I'm about to get out of here, bro. I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot do this, man. Yeah, somebody old school said I've seen Vlad's investment videos, but look at the views on him, bro. Like, ain't nowhere near like if he gets some FBG duck on there or something like that. Colton said he's in college, he's broke. Matthew McLean said I don't want to learn stupidity. Colton said
college education. When you have children, teach your children.
So basically, help yourselves. We know you have this 200-year head.
Bro, I've owned a house, right? You know who be like, this is my estimation of who's really making the money, bro. Who's really making the money? Plumbers. How much money I had to pay to get like my plumbing fixed? Plumbers is making bank. Try being an electrician. They overworked right now, making mad bread. If the colleges ain't working in it, do a trade school. I don't know how to do electrician work. I have to pay you. Like, figure it out, bro. Like, stop going to these arts classes and stuff, bro.
That doesn't matter, bro. You don't have nothing to do with. You don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh,
you don't have nothing to do with that.
I thought you said one at a time.
You don't have nothing to do with that.
I don't have nothing to do with what?
The 200 years that you're talking about.
Yes, I do. Have you ever heard of generational trauma, generational wealth? My people don't own anything.
Bro, he wants to be a victim, bro. Like, he wants to be a victim!
Where you come
nothing.
from?
How can you build something when my people come from nothing? I come from South Memphis.
And I come from Stop 6.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I went to university.
What does comparison mean? What does comparison mean when the statistics say that we are behind?
We're not behind. Some people are behind. We're not behind. Why? Because we make positive decisions. He not behind. He not behind. She not behind. Do I want to go point out all the black people?
You're on a college campus. You're on a college campus.
It depends on what you do with what you have presented to you. You born in wherever you were born at. Look at you now. What's the difference between you and other people that didn't choose?
Opportunity.
How did you get an opportunity that other people didn't? You were in debt, so you didn't have the money. You didn't have the money to pay for it.
My parents didn't have much, but they had enough to keep me out the hood trying to make some money any way I can. I know people who have no anything. They have to go out there.
Bro, I can't listen to that dude, bro. I can't, bro.
Do a person, I can't verify that exists.
This is a fact that you can look up.
Well,
it's
keep
not
going with your That quote was racist.
I feel like that was meant to be a joke.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not in his head.
I think the black guy is lazy, and it's probably not his fault. Probably not his fault, because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. And he said that in 1991.
I've never heard that quote a day in my life. Okay. I can see how a person would think that's racist.
Okay, so if this were to be something he would say, if he did say this hypothetically, would you consider that racist?
Two ways to think about it. I wasn't there. I don't know the context. Was he joking or whatever? I don't know, but I can see why a person would think that quote was racist.
I feel like that was meant to be a joke.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not in his head. Were you there?
I was not there. Were you there?
I wasn't, so I can't say either one.
Exactly. So you're playing the he said she said game, but
no,
that's not
I'm
what
saying
this is
I can see how
about.
somebody
if he said
could
the
think
things I said.
No, I'm saying I can see how somebody could think that. Could you also see how somebody could think that maybe he was joking or whatever the case may be? He don't feel that way about black people.
So I don't agree with that, because I think that this joke literally is inherently racist. Racism was the premise of the joke.
When I talk to him, is he racist against me?
Oh, so does that mean if he was nice to you that he's nice to every other black person? Like,
all the black people I know that met him and talked to him, all the people that know him never say he's a racist. Nobody ever.
So, okay.
Matthew Micklem said, make friends with black Marines. They will set you straight. Collection said, slept in my car for 8 months, flipping stuff on Facebook. 8 years later, I own 8 houses straight out, no loans.
Show me. Well,
hey, Marty, I watched that video where he debated the librarian. We watched that yesterday.
Go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, so let me ask you then about
this morning. I think it was it was yesterday. We watched it yesterday.
2 examples I used. What do you think about those? Do you think that's racism?
What do you mean? What you just
The
quoted?
first two examples, how in the 1980s, Trump's casinos were accused of hiding the black staff when he came to visit, and also the Nixon administration had sued Trump for refusing to rent to black people.
I think that I can see how a person believes that those acts were racist.
You could see how. So you literally cannot explicitly say that him having his staff hide black people from him when he came,
I
and
can't
him being
verify
sued
what you.
for
I can't
discriminating.
Bro, like, all right, what she needs to do is just show him, but like, look, Mr. Tatum, this is my phone. This is what he's saying right now. Look at it. Then he could look at the context and it would be done. Like, she's banking on him believing like what she's saying. Like, no, we can't sit there and believe what you're saying. Like, y'all be taking everything Trump says out of context.
Pennsylvania, I can't verify that exists.
This is a fact that you can look up.
Well,
it's
keep
not
going
a
with your
case.
no, because okay, let's put it like this. Let's put it like this.
Oh my
If you hold on. If you believe that act is racist, then if a person does something positive for black people, and I can show you examples of that,
If he does something positive, that doesn't make him not racist.
Well, what is if he hates black? Racism is that he doesn't like black people, right? He discriminates against them. He don't.
Racism, as you described, is discriminating somebody solely on the premise of the race, which is exactly verbatim the argument I just gave you.
With actions, correct?
With actions.
So
refusing
if
to
he
rent to
does,
black
but if he does, like at Mar-a-Lago, he fought that Jews and blacks will be able to dine fairly at Mar-a-Lago at his resort. That's an act in favor of black people. He won an award he won an award in 1996.
Hey, she kind of getting you, Tatum, bro. What y'all think? 1 in the chat if you think she's winning, 2 in the chat if you think Tatum winning. She kind of getting him, bro. What's up, Megsy? I see you in here. Like, whether or not you think Trump is racist or not, I think she's got a better argument than he does right now. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the chat.
The Rainbow Push Coalition, Jesse Jackson, gave him an award for his efforts in the inner city communities. Does that count as an...
All right, so Montez said 1, James said 2, 1, Bobby said 2, Mari said 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So more people think Tatum's winning.
Act in positivity towards blacks?
Okay, so...
Does that sound like a racist person? Think about this. Have you ever been to Trump Tower?
No, actually, I haven't.
I've been to Trump Tower in Manhattan.
Really?
There's nothing but black people that work there. And they're all well taken care of, and they love Trump.
Okay. Wow.
Donald Trump had all the HBCU presidents go to the White House, and he funded HBCUs in the United States of America on a permanent basis, which is something...
Even Ice Cube, bro. Ice Cube said Trump was the only person willing to sit down with him to figure out a way of giving some sort of reparations to blacks.
Barack Obama, the first black president, never did, and no Democrat did. Donald Trump had opportunity zones and the First Step Act, which my uncle got out of prison. He had 40 years fed time. He got out of prison because of what Donald Trump put into place.
Okay,
so do you also count that?
So can I just reiterate
Let's
what
go
I had
with,
said before you brought up all of this?
Go ahead.
Okay, so before all of this, you were just saying how, or I was just telling you how I think that doing certain things, saying certain things that are very, very racist makes you a racist person despite the other actions you do. And then you just went off listing, does that sound like a racist man? Does that sound like a racist man? I just gave off reasons why he is a racist man for certain things he did. And that doesn't negate
when you
the
weigh,
good things
I
he
think
done.
what you should do is you should say,
no matter what you argue.
I think, okay, let's look at it like this. Do you think Joe Biden is a racist?
She low-key got a point, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you.
Well, I'm not going to get into that because I
Do you
don't
think
know
Hillary Clinton is a
sufficiently
racist?
about that.
No, do
I
you
don't
think
have
so?
sufficient information about this.
Well, let me
I'm
give you
just
an
right now
example.
arguing about why Trump is racist.
If you do the eulogy at a former Klan member's funeral, would you be considered a racist?
If you willingly are going... And
No, you did the eulogy. He did the eulogy.
You did the eulogy.
Of a former Klan member.
The eulogy of a former Klan
Yeah.
Hold on. Somebody said, why would he hide the black staff when having black staff was a status symbol? Sorry, lady, your argument falls flat.
Well, I think that you shouldn't do that.
Are you a racist?
Obviously.
If I want to see what she said. If Trump said all that stuff, she got a point. But I know, like, he didn't want to rent to black people. Like, I don't want to rent to... You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Am I racist?
Would you be a racist if you did the eulogy of a former Klans member?
Well, in that situation, yeah, I would say if you knowingly did
Joe
that.
Biden did the eulogy of Robert Byrd, who was a former Klansman.
I'm not here to say that Biden is the best person in the world. That's not my argument.
He's a
here.
racist too. If you say Trump is a racist.
So in that situation, I do think that is racist. Yeah, I agree. I'm not advocating
Can
for
black
Biden
people
right
be
now.
racist?
Can black people be racist? Well, that's not the argument right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the argument right now. He's like he does that a lot. He tries to reach for another, like, that's not the argument right now, bro.
Okay. Well, I think that if you say racist
What do you
things,
mean?
yeah, it's racist.
Come on to the
Doesn't
mic
matter
next. I think the bottom line is this: Trump. I know Trump. I've met Trump. He's not a racist.
Okay, so can I give you a couple more reasons?
Donald Trump has the most black votes out of any Republican in history.
I personally don't think Trump is racist. He might have said some crazy stuff in the past. I don't think he's racist. I voted
It's
for
had
him.
a long time.
Sweden help international security when we undermine our allies.
So,
he thinks our allies take the most advantage.
Do we have
of us.
terrorists in place right now? Yes, we do.
Absolutely,
The
yes,
terrorists that we
yes.
have in place, weren't they Trump's terrorists from when he was in office? Yes, they were.
Yes, they were capped, yes.
So why all of a sudden, when Trump is saying that he's going to have tariffs in place, or he's going to advance the tariffs that are already in place, how come that's undermining, but yet the administration that's in power right now is implementing and keeping the tariffs that Trump had from the very beginning? Why is it okay for them and not okay for him?
Trump's previous tariffs were targeted towards China. Now
Why
we're
not
targeting
China?
Sweden, France, the UK, because Trump is so senile that he believes tariffing all of our allies is somehow good economic policy.
Well, maybe you're wrong.
How am
If
I
you
wrong?
look
He
at-
said that.
If you look
He wants to do that.
at his success, not only as a businessman and as a president,
He's not successful.
And we look
his businesses go bankrupt. All of his businesses go bankrupt.
Trump's worth like $8 billion.
This dude dodges the draft. This guy does not believe in any institution that America
if his
stands
business
for.
was bankrupt, how would he?
Multiple.
How
I'm
would he
sorry,
be-
not one.
how-
Multiple.
Let me explain this to you. If you got any common sense or you know anything about business, it's a way to leverage the government. It's a way to leverage in bankruptcy. So when you have a business and it's going under or it's not profiting, you can use bankruptcy as an outlet. Every businessman does that. If the man was just going bankrupt, he didn't have no money, how would they be able to sue him and ask for hundreds of millions of dollars? Mar-a-Lago alone is probably worth $1 billion. The man got a ton of money. He's flying on his private jet. You see that jet? If the man had no money, how he got a jet? How does he have Trump Tower in 3 or 4 cities? The man got money. You're foolish. You don't understand. Listen, you don't understand how economics work. If you want to talk, get to the mic. You don't understand how economics works. You don't understand how businessmen use bankruptcy to benefit themselves. Everybody does it. Donald Trump is just a part of that. The dude is a successful businessman. Talk to any businessman, they'll tell you he's successful. That's why he has money, he has an economic plan that helped America when he was president. That's why right now he's polling in many places better than Kamala Harris. If the man was truly a felon, if he truly was a bad businessman, he would have been terrible as a president. He wouldn't even be able to be on the ballot today. Why do people believe that he's better for the economy than the current administration? Because he was.
Yeah, he was. Show me, don't tell me, talk is cheap. She's talking hearsay.
Why is he not in jail right now? Why is he not in jail? He got 45,000 felonies.
Let's go
That's
one
a
by
political
one.
stunt. He is not in jail right now because it was a political stunt that they wanted to do during an election year. If the man did all the crimes they claim he did, why they didn't get him the year he was out from president? 2 years out, 3 years out. They wait till an election year to try to damage his name. The man is still not in jail and he's still running for president. Okay, I'm finished. Go ahead.
Let's go one by one. Why does Trump still have enough money? Trump sells his image. He sells a personality. He doesn't sell anything. All of his actual physical businesses are not sound. His Taj Mahal, his casinos, they actually just fail over and over, but he thrives because he loves conning people. He's conned the American people.
B Drifter said this young man is deranged.
How did he come to American people? How did he come to American people? He didn't con me.
He sold us that his economy was the greatest.
It was.
No.
It was better than it is now?
What happened What happened in 2020? What happened?
COVID?
What happened?
COVID?
Who was selling Who was selling ivermectin?
Donald Trump
Who was selling
COVID?
ivermectin? Who was
You
selling
act like
ivermectin?
COVID was a business strategy that Trump did wrong. How does he control COVID? How?
By believing it's not real and
he
enabling
believed
it
it
to
wasn't
spread.
real. He shut the country down for 2 weeks to slow the spread with Dr. Fauci. Were you not
Eventually,
there?
when everyone was knocking on his
Were
door,
you not there?
when everyone was knocking on
Remember
his
2
door to
weeks to
actually
slow the
shut it
spread?
down.
That ended up being 2 years? Do you understand that states have the rights to do what they want to do in their own state? Donald Trump don't have it. They can't tell people to do anything. He encouraged us. 2 weeks to slow the spread. Everybody participated. California state shut
When
down.
it was
Washington
already
state shut
too
down.
late.
What you mean it's already
Dude,
too late?
Epidemiologists just do not agree
when
with
was
you.
the first?
I want a fact
when
checker
was the
screen
first-
up here just to say.
When was the first
almost
person who
every
was
claim
diagnosed?
you're saying needs
what
to be
month
checked.
was the first person diagnosed?
I don't recall.
No, you talking. You want to look it up? Want to ChatGPT it?
No, I wouldn't use
It was in
ChatGPT.
February. The first person was in February. Trump had the thing shut down by March. Trump shut off travel to European countries, and they said he was a racist. They shut off travel to China. They said he was a racist. He said the virus came from a Wuhan lab. They said he was a racist. Are they going to apologize for that? We know where it came from, and it was right that he shut down.
I think these debate formats are actually fire, man.
Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats was telling people, come on downtown. It's not a big deal. When Trump said it was a big deal, they said it wasn't. Do you not know your fact? Do you need the fact check? Go look it up. Nancy Pelosi said, come on down, it's not a big deal.
I don't have if people say he's racist just because he shuts down airport travel, I don't agree with that. They say he's racist because he calls it the China virus. That's what they call him, racist.
Was it from China?
If you want to call it the China virus because it's from China, I don't.
Bro, how many viruses are from different places and they call the virus from where it's from? Like, that's not racist, bro. West Nile virus, it's not racist, bro. It's just where it's from, bro.
I have an issue with that.
If I buy something from China, it's
But
Chinese. Is that not right? It's from China.
But why does he call it the China virus?
Because it's from China.
It's China.
What are you gonna call it? What are you gonna call it? The Asian virus? It came from China.
That'd be a little good.
China.
I'm about to get up out of here, bro. I can't take this no more. But shout out to everybody. They slowing the views down. So I will be back later on with some different commentary. Shout out to everybody that's been, Spanish flu, all of that. Like, this kid don't know what he's talking about, man. And I think part of it is a lot of these professors are leftists, and they just filling these kids' head up with. Now I understand, like, when you were younger, you were talking to, like, older people about different things in life. They're like, y'all youngsters don't understand. Y'all don't know what y'all think y'all know. Y'all just young, dumb, and full of, you know what I'm saying? Now I see it. Now I'm a little bit older. I'm like, bro, and they think just because they're in college, like they know something. Like, no, bro. Like I was in the same situation. Thought I knew everything, bro. Like, nah. But I'm out, y'all. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.